Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. And on each episode, we will meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samlin. I'm the principal of Samlin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, their firms, and their families. And let's applaud Lawyers Who Care and learn from them. Today, my guest is Rocco Cozza. He is the founder and managing partner of Cozza Law Group. Rocco's firm has offices in Pittsburgh, New York City, and Nashville, and they provide a wide range of legal services to businesses, entrepreneurs, and creatives. And welcome, Rocco.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So, Rocco, tell us what brought you to the law.
Honestly, as a kid, I was one of those kids that always argued and was very logical. So the law was kind of my natural progression. I just I loved problem solving. I loved taking a situation, trying to find different ways to navigate through it. So I went to college and actually ended up being a psychology major and fell in love with psychology. And I let fate decide when I was in my senior year. I took the GREs and potentially going to grad school to be a child psychologist. I took them, got waitlisted at a program, and ended up saying that was my sign to be a lawyer. Took a year off, worked as a personal trainer for a year, took my LSATs, went to law school, and the rest was history. And it was, I always looked at the law as a means to an end. Like I didn't want to be a lawyer working in a firm, for someone else. I wanted to start my own business. So it was kind of just the means to an end for me. And, I fell in love with the practice the moment I started.
And how did you come upon your three practice locales, Pittsburgh, New York City, and Nashville?
Yeah, it's interesting. So we're based in Pittsburgh, and the New York office came. I was dealing with some transactions out of New York, and one of the attorneys on the other side, was making it very difficult to handle this transaction because we weren't licensed in New York, even though our client was in Pennsylvania. So I ended up getting licensed in New York and just opened a small office there. Ended up turning into a larger client base, and then the Nashville, we do a lot of entertainment law, so I had some clients that are in the entertainment industry, dealt with some transactions with lawyers down in Nashville, and just saw an opportunity. How they were operating down there, the amount they were charging clients, the way they were handling situations. I knew we can do it different and better. So I got licensed in Tennessee as well and opened up a small office there. So I just saw opportunities in those two marketplaces and just attacked them.
Excellent. And you had a great client story that you wanted to share.
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of client stories, but one that really, so when I left, I was general counsel of an IT company for 14 years, prior to starting my own firm. I left there intending to be a solo practitioner, just, going to have a lifestyle firm, work with the clients I had, built rapport with. But then I started seeing opportunity, and I had one of my old assistant when I was in corporate America. She went and worked for a large corporation, and they were looking for speakers at the time. And I did a TEDx talk with you in 2019, and they asked me to come. No intention of getting any business with them. They asked me to come in and just talk to their legal team they had like a legal summit, and I gave my talk on kindness and just really sat with this team for about 2 hours and just talked through a lot of the issues I could see in the room, the personal dynamics, and great conversation, expecting nothing from it. The CLO at the time, she called me 2 weeks later, wanted to have lunch with me and asked me if I'd be willing to take over all of their contract work. And that client was the one that catapulted me out of a solo practitioner to having to hire my first full-time admin, my first full-time attorney. And that was the basis of growing the firm. And it was truly free. I didn't get paid to speak. It was truly just me giving my time and really just trying to give back because it was such a passionate topic. But I love speaking about kindness in the workplace, kindness in business. And I saw the dynamic in that room, and it was a room of people that needed to hear it. And I think it resonated with all of them, simply for the fact that the CLO reached out to me a couple of weeks later, and it turned into, $1 million plus year client, just from one talk.
Yeah, that's a time well spent for sure, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You just need more of those.
Yeah, definitely. But it's true because that was one of those unique situations because I looked around that room and I saw everybody cared about each other, but no one knew how to say it or how
Hmm.
to bridge the gaps. And I just started looking at and just questioning people. And when I left that room, it was a good feeling. And again, I thought I made a difference there, and that was it. And then I still work with them to today.
And how did your undergraduate, I don't want to say training, but your undergraduate focus inform, your future career?
I mean, that informs my day-to-day operations literally every day, because psychology and the law are very similar in the way you think, right? In psychology, there's no answer. In the law, there's no answer. It's what's the best answer with the facts you have. So psychology taught me to look at the person, the dynamics, the situation, and try and find the best solution in that frame. I just took that into the law and said, okay, the majority of things I do, it really boils down to the people. Even when we're handling large mergers and acquisitions, it's really, what do the people want? The person selling the business, what is their ultimate outcome they're trying to get? Is it freedom? Is it money? Is it leaving in the legacy? The people that are buying the business, what are they doing? So I always take a people first approach. I train all of my lawyers here to do the same thing. And I think that has set us apart as a firm, because we don't look at things as transactional. We are very people centered, client oriented. I know every firm says that, but I truly believe we've done it differently. So we've grown, 40% year over year since I started the firm. Truly, out of 75% of our clients are word of mouth.
That's wonderful. By the way, my guest today, Rocco Cozza, he is the founder and managing partner at Cozza Law Group. Rocco, can you provide our audience with your contact information?
Yeah, sure. Our website is just cozzalaw.com, COZZALAW. My email is just rcozza, COZZA, at cozzalaw.com. You can find us on all the social media platforms. I'm very active on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We even have a TikTok page, myself and our firm. So just search my name out there, you'll find us.
Gotcha. This has been the Lawyers Who Care video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond. And as you can see from Rocco, he's a perfect example. If you're an attorney or know one that does, feel free to reach us at 914-666-6600. Number again, 914-666-6600. Rocco, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.